Here's a long one. Nothing but net. Oh, my goodness. Didn't see that coming. I'm diddly dee.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to another episode of All Nat, brought to you by OTS. I am your host, Natalie, but most people call me Nat. Today, I am so excited to bring on one of my favorite people to discuss hoops with, and that is Jeremiah, okay? Jeremiah is quite the character. He is an avid Phoenix Suns fans, and as you all know, as my listeners, the Warriors have the Suns coming up twice this week. So I thought Jeremiah was the perfect person to have on the show. He is a great follow on NBA Twitter, although sometimes he disappears on us a little bit, but when he's around, you're getting really, really insightful analysis. I always know someone is good when they drive me a little crazy, and Jeremiah does. He's pretty objective and really good, knows his stuff, really understands the game. He's a great mind to really just sit down and talk hoops with. And so I know you guys are going to love this discussion today. So Jeremiah, thank you for coming today and being on the show. Welcome to All Nat.
Well, thank you, Matt. I did not expect that at all. It's been a long time since I heard someone talk about me like that, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's get it.
That's the truth. Let them know where they can find you if they want to follow you on Twitter.
So I'm at The Prophet, TH3_Prophet on Twitter, and that's all I got.
Okay. There you go. Follow him, really. You won't regret it. He has great hoops takes and analysis, and not just on his squad, the Phoenix Suns, but the league at whole. And he's often right. But one thing I really like about Jeremiah, unlike most people on Twitter, is that he admits when he's wrong, and he'll just say, look, I was wrong about this. He does it so simply, he moves on. Honestly, it's a gift that I marvel at. I mean, I've gotten better at it through a lot of therapy.
I see you. You get mad at a lot of people who don't acknowledge that they're wrong. A few people who I will not name because I don't want you to get on a rant. But yeah, that seems to be a pet peeve of yours. So yeah, I appreciate that too.
It is, but I mean, I know people feel like, well, you don't admit when you're wrong, and I do. I just don't think I'm wrong a lot. But
I can't remember. We send out like 40,000 tweets every couple months. Who can keep up? We have no idea.
That's true. But I really have tried to get better with it. Like, guys, I go to therapy every Saturday. So this is definitely something I work on. So, but Jeremiah's honestly really good about it. Like, he'll be like, I was totally wrong about this. He does it like with such humility that I'm just like, wow, like I aspire to be like him. So you're going to really like following him. Definitely do it. So we're here to talk Phoenix Suns. Yeah. And it's Sunday night, and did you watch the Warriors game earlier when they played the Clippers?
I did. Yeah.
So, what were your thoughts on that game, and how do you feel with us coming in? Because this is I think the biggest. I think at first people were really excited when the Warriors were going to play the Nets. And I think there were some people who thought we were going to get humbled or I don't know, something. And I think now the Warriors and the Suns have both played the Nets and kind of
killed them.
Yeah.
I was high on the Warriors, and I was kind of low on the Nets from the start of the season. I just thought the Warriors just needed to tweak a couple things, because I think it was Ben Taylor who said the Warriors were at a 60-win pace when Wiseman went down. So that's crazy. With that crew from last year with Steph and Draymond, 60-win pace when Wiseman went down. Once he went down,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it's crazy when you think if he can take those G League call-ups to 60-win pace, what he's gonna do with some veterans, right? Like Otto, who else? Bielicha. Is that how you say it?
I just say Belly because I can't pronounce it properly. But that's really huge what you just said, because I always knew that the Warriors were on the win pace of a 50, I want to say 50, 54, 48 or 49 win pace before. before like any injuries, just like regular for the season in the games that Steph played. Like if you look at the season in totality. So I never looked at it from like the point that Wiseman went down, although I know that their win pace to end the season had increased drastically.
It was
And
like
so that's why
5 at the end of the season. So I don't know what percentage is that, but it was specific to Wiseman. So they said with Wiseman, it was a 43 win pace. If you just include the games Steph played, you would have been a 6 seed or up. So now without Wiseman, it was a 60 win pace. So if they didn't even try to integrate Wiseman in the beginning, you guys would have been probably 6 to 3 seed at worst without him. So I knew just a couple of tweaks, and I knew you guys would be a very good team. And it was the opposite for a team like the Lakers. They tweaked, but the wrong way. Like everything that worked for them, they said, no, we're going to let go of Caruso, KCP, even Kuzma with his rebounding. They let go of everybody who did what they needed to do and brought in Russ and some other parts. It just made no sense. But the Warriors just fixed the little parts that they needed to fix, and now they're a well-oiled machine. So it was pretty obvious for me from the very beginning. Even preseason, you could tell they were just humming on another level. There was something. They had this extra motivation from that play-in. It was odd. I don't know why other people were so low on them. I don't know why a lot of Warriors fans were low on them. But you guys, I knew you guys would be good. But 17-2, 18-2, no idea. No.
So that's a conversation, another conversation that we know. We know why people were low on them. But it's interesting because that I think what you're expressing also explains like why certain Warriors fans like myself were so upset last year, because we knew that like if they just like gave Steph a little help, like fine, maybe they weren't going to win it all, but they could have made a much deeper postseason run than they did. And I don't like to harp on Wiseman too much, because I feel like when people bring up what they were like when Wiseman wasn't on the court, it just makes Wiseman out to be a bad player. And you're right, the integration of him was an issue, but it was also how they tried to integrate him and what they tried to have him do, right? If they would have just used him in simpler, plays and just ran some basic pick and roll with him and didn't have him out there trying to make reads, he probably still would have been an effective player for them and helped them. But instead,
exactly what they're doing with Kuminga.
Exactly.
He comes in, he plays a couple minutes, second quarter, maybe some first quarter stints. I think I've seen him in, and he's done a great job defensively. He's doing the dirty work. He's taking some threes, and I'm like, okay, calm down. But he's not. They're not trying to make him the focal point of the offense.
Exactly.
So
they were force feeding him last year.
Yeah, it was terrible. Like that's why I feel you guys when you're like, this is like a different version, because that wasn't that guy last year. Last year was not Steve Kerr. That was somebody else. Same with the front office. They didn't know what they were doing, and if they gave Steph a little help, we made it to the finals because of a bunch of injuries. I think Steph could have probably pushed you guys to at least giving you guys a chance. So it's like, I don't know what they were thinking. They wasted a whole season
of his prime, a great season. Because and if they wouldn't have done that, that would have been another MVP year for him. Right. That would have been his third MVP.
That's what I'm saying. So they wasted a whole season, and you never know. Just like Giannis went through a couple injured teams, but that completely changed the trajectory of his career. Everyone looks at him different now because he beat us. So give Steph that chance, and you never know what could happen. So it was a wasted year, and I'm glad at least they're trying to make it right this year. But come on,
man. The org didn't believe in him, if we're just being honest, right? I mean,
nuts. That's crazy to hear that. How do you not believe in the one dude who's made a laughing stock franchise into this? Like, what are you guys worth now?
We're the second highest value. That's all I know. The Knicks are the only org. They were valued higher than the Lakers
or something. Yeah, that's
a lot.
Crazy.
A lot of money.
Come on now, you got to believe in that guy. You got to give him something.
Some of it is on Steph, right? And his personality, and that he just like accepts a lot that other stars wouldn't. And then a lot of it is, I mean, I don't think the Warriors, unlike some of the people outside, are hating on their own player, but I think a lot of this Steve Kerr, Bob Myers, these guys all have like old school philosophical beliefs on hoops,
Yeah.
right? The taller you are, the more
That's it.
athletic you are, the bigger, the stronger, you have to be better, right? That's what makes Kerr go on the radio and say, oh no, Kevin Durant's definitely the better player. And Steph can't be in the conversation with him and Kawhi Leonard and players like that, right? That's an old school way to think about basketball, right? And
But it's
so
so weird because he's like sitting there firsthand, he's witnessing what's happening, and then he still has that. And then his opponents like Ty Lue were telling him, no, we care about that guy, number 30. So it doesn't make sense. But like today, that game was crazy in the
he got
fourth
pissed.
quarter. He got pissed. But the thing that I haven't enjoyed Steph this year as much as I usually do is he is super off ball now. Like, I don't know if you've noticed that, but he's like, I think his 3-point rate went up to like 65%, which is like like a career high by far. He's never been at 60%. So I like these days, he's like super off ball. He's just setting a bunch of screens, and every once in a while he attacks a mismatch. I haven't seen the same effectiveness, although Justin kind of corrected me today. But his instincts, like, when he smells blood, he still goes for it. Defensively, he's off the charts. Like, I don't know what's happening. Like,
do you think he can make a defensive team this year?
No.
Why not?
Because he was better in 2016 and he didn't make it.
Nah,
He was better in 2016.
He was not better in 2016.
He was bad, I guarantee you. He was better in 20. Defensively, he was better. Both sides of the ball, he was better. He didn't make it.
But this year he's going to, because I feel like more people are noticing his.
Let me tell you something. That same stat that I've seen around, I think it's the defensive rating for guards, and he's like at the top, right? That's the one.
I know, but like defensive.
He was at the top in 2016. He was at the top.
Yeah, but it's different now because like now people are talking about it. Everything is about noticing and your rep.
We're talking about 26. I'm telling you, they were talking.
You have Draymond, like he's one of our best defenders. Like people are more notably talking about his defense. I
don't think he's gonna make it. I'm sorry. I think he's gonna make it, but we could try. I think KD might make it before Curry.
Okay.
So I think
his defense is so fucking overrated. If he makes it this year,
he's a great rim protector.
It's not overrated. Do you know why I say it's overrated? Not because of his capabilities, but because he doesn't consistently play defense enough, right?
This year he's been consistent. This year he's been, and they're like, that's their top 10 or something.
They are, but I don't think he's been a better defender than Steph this year. I don't.
Like he's at the top.
What's your argument that he is?
Because his rim protection is like at the top in every metric. Like out of everybody in the league, KD's 1, 2, 3, 4 in defensive effective percentage, something like that at the rim. It's crazy. He's been amazing, even as a point of attack defender. He's been really good. He still gets crossed by quicker guards, but it's not been as. You haven't seen it as much this year. I'm telling you, he's been amazing.
Yeah, but you're putting Steph, you have like Paul George trying to isolate Steph and he's stripping guys. Like people can't just get in front of him. They can't like.
It's not like they're fighting for the same position. The same. If KD gets in, Steph gets in, it's all good. I just don't think.
I think that they're comparable levels is what I'm saying this year. I don't think that I do.
I think rim protection is more important than point of attack. So I don't think Steph can ever be as good as KD. So I think that's just the difference. Is like he's doing something.
It's what you value. I got you.
Yeah, his help defense is that's what you need to make a great NBA defense. But Curry's holding his own. He's more than holding, because I thought
he is part of the reason they are a top defense.
I thought when you guys put Jordan Poole and you start Jordan Poole, I'm like, there's no way you guys are going to be able to stop anybody. But Curry's taken that role, and he's like, nope, nobody's going to get past this. It's crazy.
And people also did not think they were going to be a top 5 defense this year. Yeah. And to the extent that they even were last year, people kept saying it's fake, it's not real.
Right.
It's pretty real.
Wiggins,
and he's part of a reason they're real.
Yep, Wiggins has gone
Wiggs
better.
better make an all defensive team. They cannot just put Draymond on the team and we don't have nobody else and we have one of the top fucking defenses. That's bullshit.
If Wiggins, let me tell you, if Wiggins does something against KD, because you guys are playing the Nets again, right? Before Christmas.
I don't
So
know. I think
he,
it's after Christmas we play the Nets again.
if he does something against like people like Booker, against those dudes, because what he did to Paul George today was crazy too. He shut him down. He did the same thing against who did you guys play a couple nights ago? You remember?
Toronto?
Who was it? Toronto?
I don't know which. Was it Cavaliers? Which game are you talking about?
There's somebody he switched on, and he put a lot of ball pressure on him, completely changed the game. It might be the Cavs. I'm not sure, but there's a game he completely changed. Wiggins.
Portland.
Did. Yeah, it was with his ball pressure, and he gets on Dame, he gets on CJ, and he can switch on guards, on big men. He's crazy. Wiggins, might be.
Good.
Yeah.
He's
but
good.
Let me tell you something who's a little better. You know who's a little better?
On our team? Or
Bridges.
Mikal Bridges?
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges.
Let's talk about the Suns. Enough about the Warriors. Yo, y'all are going down on Tuesday. It's over. Y'all are going down Tuesday. It's a wrap.
I'm happy that you're excited for your team, but I think the most realistic scenario is that they're splitting these two games, right?
Right.
But if a team is going 2-0, it's gonna be us. It won't be the Suns.
I don't know. I don't see that. Here's why. Let me tell you why. So Steph, again, I think super off
yes,
ball
please
now.
School me, Jeremiah.
I'm about to break it down for you.
Okay.
You can't stop Booker. Chris Paul, if you do slow down Booker, Chris Paul is gonna pick you guys apart. He always does. You guys have nobody for Ayton.
What are these delusions? Have you seen Draymond Green? Have you seen Draymond Green defend?
No, he has never defended anybody like Ayton. He has nothing for him. That dude's too big.
What does Ayton bring that Anthony Davis doesn't?
Oh my God, everything.
He doesn't. He's not killing you with passing like Joker.
Yeah, but Anthony Davis is trying to play like a guard. He's trying to play outside.
I don't give a fuck what he's doing. Like if Draymond can guard Anthony Davis, don't fucking tell me he can't.
Draymond cannot guard Ayton. I'm telling you right now, go watch the games.
Okay.
He cannot guard Ayton. Draymond's gonna be on like one of our shooters, like Crowder or somebody.
We will revisit this after the game because I'm so tired of people bringing up corny ass Ayton to me, who by the way should get paid. Why haven't the Suns paid that man?
No, he's not. I don't see Max. I'm gonna give him some love, but I don't see Max right now. I don't see him as a Max player. But
it doesn't matter. They have to pay him. He's gonna go out and right. So then what are we waiting on? You're just like making it worse.
I don't know. This is Sarver. If you've been paying attention to the Suns, he's always been cheap. He's the reason Amari walked. He's the reason a lot of people walked since he took over.
But what are you going to do now? You have a team. So what you going to do?
We still have him for another year, so he can't walk next year. So
you pay Chris Paul. Yeah, but you're going to make him disgruntled. And if he's disgruntled, he may not play his best.
It's all right. It's going to work out. Stop trying to put bad juju on my team.
I'm not. I'm just saying, that's crazy. Like, you're not paying a guy who's critical for you guys in the playoffs. Like,
I just don't think he's a max guy. I think they can.
That's fine, but they don't have a choice.
They might be able to get him down to like right under the max. Whatever saves them money. Whatever they need to do. It's going to happen this summer. It's happening in the summer. Okay. I haven't finished breaking out why you guys are losing, by the way.
We're not losing.
This is why. Jordan Poole is why I think you guys are going to lose. Jordan Poole and Looney. You guys are going to start that terrible starting lineup, by the way, which I hate your starting lineup.
That's nice. Have you seen how good Loon has been lately?
He's good, but he's not DeAndre Ayton. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
He doesn't have to be DeAndre Ayton. He doesn't have to be him.
He's going to dominate those first few minutes. This is what's going to happen on Tuesday. You guys are going to turn over the ball like 20 times, and we're not like the Clippers. We're actually gonna finish, right? We're actually gonna score on those turnovers, and then when you put in your better lineup in the second.
Do you know how the Warriors play when they're dialed in for games?
Let me tell you something. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
It's not gonna happen.
Who's the best player on the court?
It doesn't matter. It's a team.
I'm just asking. Who is the best player? Who is the best
We
player
have
on the
the
court?
better team. It's a team
You
game.
don't have the better team.
Yes, we do.
Who is the best player on the court? Who
I
will
don't
be the
have
best
to
player
say
on the
it.
court?
It's obvious. It's obvious. It's Booker.
But by how many miles is he the better player on the court?
Devin Booker has been the best player in the last 3 games. So
The best
tomorrow,
player where in the NBA?
the last 3 games in the NBA, last 3 games has been Devin Booker.
Okay.
All right. No, but to be serious, I am a little worried. You guys have the best defense in the league.
What are you guys ranked in defense?
We're third as of yesterday. Yeah, we're third.
And what's the offense?
Top 10, maybe 7th.
Okay.
So yeah, we're right there. We're third in net differential. So we're not bad. And you know what's crazy is you guys are like top 3 in defensive in rebounding, which is crazy because you guys are so.
They're doing it collectively.
They are. Even today, Zubux was kind of beating you up, and then you guys
It was
just
annoying me.
So that's the one thing we can try to exploit is the rebounding and the turnovers, because I think that gives us extra possessions. But we're probably going to lose the math game because you guys are like top 2 in shooting, I think, in 3.
And you guys don't shoot a lot of threes.
We don't. We're like at 27th, I think, last I checked. So I think that's going to be the
You're going to beat us with the mid-range. That's how you're going to kill us.
We're trying to beat you with mid-range. We're trying to beat you with the extra possessions. And you guys are going to keep catching up with the threes. I'm hoping Poole has a bad game. I'm hoping Steph goes kind of cold. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we got people too. Okay, we got people too. So
do we only see you guys 3 times this year? I keep trying to figure that out. Or is there a 4th time? Is Christmas game the last time?
I don't know. I'm going to that Christmas game.
Are you?
Yeah. So
Lucky you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be there when Clay comes back. That's the other thing that worries me is that Clay is coming back. Which is crazy.
Let me tell you something. I really would like to see the Suns in the postseason and the Lakers for different reasons, but your fan base, like I said, has gotten a little out of hand. And so
why are we out of hand? Tell me.
Because people are on Twitter saying like it's gonna be a short series. I'm like, Stephen Curry has never played less than 6 games in a fucking playoff series. What the fuck are y'all talking about?
No, it's the Suns in 4.
No. These people were serious, bro. Like,
you can't define every Suns fan by a couple Twitter dudes. That's not how it works.
That day they were all getting out of hand, and from that point on, I already don't like Chris Paul. So from that day on,
yeah, I know everybody. No one. You know why people are down on the Suns? Because of Chris Paul. Because they don't like him. There's no other reason. Because we're complete. We're good at every single position, and we got a good bench. So I don't know why anyone would be down. And we got a good defense. It makes no sense. They don't like Chris Paul. That's it.
So I started to explain this to you offline. The Suns are a good team. I'm not going to disrespect them like they're not. But like I was saying, last year, I didn't think that your seeding was legitimate because there were teams that had injuries and whatever. So coming into the season, what I thought the Suns' true seeding was probably like a 3 or a 4 seed. And that's what I expected them to be this year. But there were things that happened, like Denver and Michael Porter Jr. being ineffective, and now he's out. I thought that a full healthy Denver team is probably better. That was my opinion. And a lot of that oftentimes is always based on who I think has the best player. And Joker is a top 5 guy,
right, with
Kawhi out, but arguably a tier 1 guy or right on the fringe of it, right? Like he's just another level of superstar. And so when teams have that guy, I always give them the edge if they have like a pretty good team. And I thought like Denver with its full roster would be one of those teams. So there was that. And then, of course, I didn't expect the Lakers to fall off a cliff. So it was before I even paid attention to the Lakers roster movements. I just expected them to be better than the Suns. But yes, in fairness, once the Lakers...
You expect the Lakers better this year?
Again, it was before all the roster movements. So it was just going into next season, it was just I expect the Lakers to be better. I expect the Jazz to be better, and maybe maybe the Denver Nuggets. And also I expected the Warriors to be better. I did. So that's why I'm saying, like, but I still knew they were a good team. So I knew they could be anywhere in that top 5, but I didn't expect them to be a 2 seed again. So the fact that they are and they're doing this, that's a little above my prediction, but I did still expect them to be a good team.
So I
That
kind of
being
saw it.
said,
I saw it.
they went to the finals and now they're acting like they're world beaters, they're fans, you know?
No, I see it the same way. I think any objective Suns fan will tell you the same thing, that last year we were good, but we got lucky too. I mean, no AD, and then no Murray, and then no Kawhi, especially the Kawhi one, because I thought the Clippers were the best team last year, so I would have
Me
picked them to
too.
win the finals. And then the first healthy team that we face, we lose to in the Bucks. So I don't blame people for being down on them in terms of as a championship contender, because every team I named could have probably beat us if they had their other guy. But it's the Denver one is the one I kind of push back on, because they once they traded away, once they lost Jeremy Grant, I felt like they lost like a big piece of the identity. And Harris, they just can't defend anymore. Like, it's so easy to put Jokic in a pick and
That's
roll
true.
and just
Aiden
cook.
was eating him alive.
We were destroying them. And then if you add in Murray, they get better offensively for sure. So they probably win another game or two, but they're not getting better defensively. So
Have
I
you
feel
guys
like
played Denver this year?
yeah, we did. First game of the season, they killed us. First game of the season, they killed us. But I
Because
feel like
Joker's much better defensively.
yeah, but that's this year. I'm talking about last year. Like,
right, but I'm saying this year he is. So I mean, do you still
been
feel
better.
that?
But I'm just saying from last year, I didn't think they would have just automatically beat us. But the Lakers, probably I would have given the edge because I think the refs would have helped them out. I didn't think they were a better basketball team. I just felt like AD, every time he just went in the paint, they called it was a whistle. But the Clippers, man, they were clicking. I was so scared. Even without Kawhi, I was petrified. And we somehow
Clippers
got
are
through
good.
that in 6. And then the Bucks, we should have beat them. We should have beat them. I don't know what happened. Just bad game plan, everything. I was high on us because I didn't. As soon as the Lakers got Russ and got rid of Caruso, I knew we were better. That was number one. I knew the Warriors would be better as soon as Clay got back. I didn't think this would happen, like what's happening now, like 18-2. And then I think I had Denver. I knew they wouldn't have Murray for a while. Kawhi wouldn't be there for a while. So with all the injuries, I just think it didn't make sense to have the Suns lower than everybody because we're the one of the few healthy teams. So I would have had them over Utah for sure, and then over the Warriors before Clay came in. So now the Warriors are definitely the best team in the league. I'm not going to deny that. But I think we can prove you guys wrong we can at least have bragging rights on Tuesday until you get Clay back. But even when you get Clay back, Clay's not going to come in and be like 22 on 48, 40, 90 immediately. He's going to take a while to acclimate. So I think we got you guys for the meantime. But healthy, we're probably the 4th or 5th best team in the West, not even including the Bucks and Miami and the healthy Nets. We're probably over there.
In the West, or you mean in the whole league?
No, in the West. I would say 4th. If healthy, I'd give the Warriors the edge. I'd give the Clippers the edge, and then the Nuggets. So yeah, it'd be right around 3rd, 4th.
You guys would probably be about 3rd. Yeah, I agree with you that we have to see what Jamal is going to look like coming back. And this Michael Porter thing is huge because we don't know if this is going to be like an ongoing thing. And that's a huge factor for them. So I would say probably
that too. He's terrible defensively too. So he's another reason why I think we could have beat him. He hits every shot, but he cannot defend anybody. So if you got 2 guys like that on your lineup, I'm sorry. I'm just not that high on Denver in the playoffs specifically. Maybe against like Dame, but not against a good defensive team. I just don't see it.
No, I think that's fair. You know what's interesting is that so I always give a lot of weight because I feel like in the NBA, there's not many teams, and correct me on this if I'm wrong, because you probably know your NBA history a little bit better than my memory, but I don't think you can point to many champions I feel like the Pistons may be the last one I remember. Some might argue the Spurs, but you can't point to many teams where they didn't have like one of those top 5 guys like on the team
And then one.
I feel like you need one of those guys. And the reason why I don't really count the Spurs is because like whether Tim Duncan was in his prime, he's still Tim Duncan. He's an all-time great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess you could argue that Chris Paul is all-time great, but I don't think he's Tim Duncan all-time great. And so that's really always been my hesitance with the Suns. I mean, I think they're like a great team, but I think Booker's not even a top 10 guy yet in the league.
Right.
You know, I feel like until at a minimum he takes that jump, I think there's like a cap on their ceiling, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I think we would need Mikal to be something greater than he is. We'd need Ayton to turn into like a 2010 guy consistently. And then we need Booker to keep doing what he's doing. Maybe Cam Johnson to take another leap. Because that's what the Pistons did. Just had a bunch of dudes who took a leap and then they figured it out defensively. And then they closed teams out. So we would need that. And I think it's possible. I don't think it's impossible because we got to the finals. It happened. So I don't think it can't happen again because injuries happen all the time, seemingly every year now. I feel like we haven't had a clean playoffs in forever. So we could take advantage of something, or we could beat a good team as long as we keep hitting our shots and playing defense. I think we have the right components. Maybe we don't have that one guy, but I feel like we have the right pieces. We got shooting, we got defense, and we got go-to guys everywhere. And Bridges is getting better. Like, I think he's the key because he keeps getting better. I think he could vie for Defensive Player of the Year. I think he's the key right there. I think if he learns how to score on his own, we're good. We just need that third guy, and I think that's going to make the difference. So we're never going to randomly get a superstar. It's not going to happen. So this
I feel you. But that's why I say I think Book has to turn into that guy, because when a game is tight, right, and I got to bank on like someone to like go close and do something, I'm going to always pick Steph. I'm going to pick Katie. Shit, I'm going to even pick Kyrie if he's playing before I'm picking anyone on the Suns, you know, like that's
I would pick Chris Paul over Kyrie any day of the week. Any day of the week. Yeah. So Chris Paul has been more clutch than almost anybody in the last couple of years.
Not in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, even in the playoffs, including the playoffs. You can check the numbers, check the stats, check the film. We can bet on this. Chris Paul has been as clutch as anybody. No. We can do this once we get off, we can look it up.
Chris Paul gets hurt.
He gets hurt. That's fine. You have criticism. It's okay. He's still one of the most clutch players in the league. He closes teams out.
I'm comfortable putting the ball in Kyrie's hands and saying, go get me a shot. If I had to pick between the two, I'm picking Kyrie. That's just me, though.
Chris Paul's better. Nobody's picking Kyrie right now. He's at home. What are you talking about? Chris Paul
no one's picking
better.
Chris Paul's the better player.
No, he's better in the clutch.
Okay.
I'm telling you, he's better in the clutch. He closed in 2018 when you played the Rockets.
Kyrie has a ring. Chris Paul doesn't.
Because he was with LeBron. If Chris Paul was the LeBron, he'd have 5.
Yeah, but like I don't like how what Kyrie did in that series is overlooked. He was a key part in like why they were.
I'm not trying to shit on Kyrie right now. I'm just saying.
And he hit the shot.
I'm just saying Chris Paul's better. He can close games. Him and Booker have closed a lot of games over the last couple of years. I don't even know how you can deny that. It's happened.
Okay, but of all the guys, right? I'm still banking on Steph before that. I'm banking on.
We'll see.
on
I've seen Steph clank a lot of shots, so we'll see. I've seen him clank in the clutch.
But I've seen him beat Chris Paul multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen Chris Paul beat Steph. Chris Paul's beat Steph in the playoffs.
When was this?
This was 2014.
Okay.
Yeah.
2014.
And let's not forget, he was up 3-2 until he got hurt.
All right, I know you're just trolling now. So
no, it's real.
He doesn't even beat Steph in Family Feud. Okay, so
you're hating on Chris Paul. I don't know why. What did he do to you?
What do you mean? You know, he's just an unlikable player.
He's a winner, though. Hey, he gets it done.
A
He's the
winner
point
with
guard.
no
He really
rings.
is.
Okay.
He's leading the league in assists. It's just crazy. Oh, come on. Steph is 33, leading the league in scoring. That's nuts for these dudes to be doing this at 33 and 36.
I don't look at it
There's
like
always
that because I think that the players today are like better conditioned. I think we need to move past they're 33, they're this, they're that. Like they're better conditioned, medicine's better. I don't really see Steph dropping off like for the next few years. So it's same thing with Braun. It's like I don't want to keep hearing they're this age. Like he's still playing at a high level for even someone his age.
But if you look at it compared to his class, like the class of 03, a bunch of them have retired, right? Chris Paul, class of 06, a bunch of them have retired. No one else is playing at that level. So we are saying it because we're just comparing them to their own peers.
Yeah, but these guys are better. They're better players, and
Carmelo's coming off the bench, and he's class of 03 with LeBron, and LeBron is like one of the best players in the league. Come on, that's crazy.
But LeBron is still, but like Carmelo's still playing really good.
Right, but he's a bench player, and LeBron is an all-star. Look at Darren Williams. Like, where's he at? Wasn't he close to Chris Paul's draft class?
Oh, well, Darren Williams is about to go box, right? I mean,
exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's crazy that they're doing at this age. It's an amazing accomplishment. It's crazy.
It is. I'm not trying to minimize it. What I'm saying is we should start to normalize it. I think we're gonna
It's not normal. We can't normalize something that's an outlier. It's not normal.
I don't think it's an outlier. There's a number of them. Like there's Braun, there's Chris Paul, there's Steph, KD, and I think these guys
KD
are gonna
32. Isn't he 32?
Right. He's about to turn 33 though.
Okay. 32 is not bad. I think that's like most dudes can make it to 32.
Him and Steph are only a couple of months apart. So it's not like a year apart. Yeah, they're only a couple of months apart. So that's what I'm saying. It's a number of them. And I think that we're going to see, because I don't expect people who like these guys are a different tier of stars. And so what I'm saying, I think like the top tier of stars, when I'm saying we should normalize it, meaning I think in the future you're going to see the top tier of guys will play longer careers and it will be more normal. That's what I think. And so again, I'm not trying to minimize what they're doing, but I just think that we're going to start to see that more. So that being said, yes, Chris Paul is a great player. You'll get that out of me. I don't like him. He's a great player, but no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm fine banking on Steph over him. Sorry.
I understand. I'd bet on Steph too any other day. But I do think I've seen enough games where Steph goes cold in the fourth where I think that we would have a chance. It's not like the Warriors are unbeatable or like Curry can't be beat. So we're like the way you're framing it is like if he has a chance, he can't be beat. Like, no, he can be beat.
When have they been beat when they're healthy?
Chris Paul beat him in 2014. I'm telling you. And
I'm talking about once they started winning. When have they been beaten since without injury? It hasn't happened.
But then there's been injuries on the other side. So I don't know what to tell you. There's been injuries on both sides. So I can't, like the best chance Chris Paul had, he got injured. So what can I say?
They were a 67, 73, 67 win teams. NBA history tells me that the team that has the best record in the NBA or the best team is generally going to be the team
that behind you guys. We are one game behind. So
that's right now. We don't know how the rest of the season is going to go, but
tie it on Tuesday and then go ahead the next game. So that's what's going to happen. So
you do not really believe that the Houston Rockets were ever really truly going to beat Steph Curry and KD.
I did. After game 3, the game they went up 3-2. Was it game 5? Yeah, I thought you guys were going to lose because I was like, they have your number. My whole thing, I was tweeting the whole time.
Andre also wasn't playing in that series, but okay.
Right, but that's not my point. The whole time I was saying like KD is a detriment in this matchup. I kept saying that because he was ISO heavy. You know what happened. So I thought you were beatable because of that.
But did you pay attention to what happened? And this is what I'm saying. Like in game 6, they literally went away from him. Like Steph and Clay were like,
that's
and
what
that's
I'm
what I'm
trying to
saying.
say.
And so that's what I mean. He's never
Game
gonna
six,
let.
Chris Paul was already gone, and you guys were down in game
But
six.
even if Chris Paul wasn't gone, they would have still done the same thing. Is my point. Like
Ah.
when I say they went away from him, meaning they're never going to let anyone ISO to the extent that it's going to cost them a game, is what I'm saying. Like they'll let things go on for so long, and then he's going to be like, all right, whatever, fuck it. That's what I'm saying. And so I'm sorry. Like, yes, there were injuries on the other side, but nothing that makes me believe that it would have changed the outcome. You cannot win that many games in a row year after year after year, and then all of a sudden now when you get to the postseason, people just have your fucking number. That doesn't, like, that's not a real thing to me.
But it's not that you guys are guaranteed to be a dynasty. You're not going to win every single year just because you won the last year. It's possible you guys are going to get knocked down by somebody. That's why Houston took 7. And then
I agree with that, but they're not getting knocked. They're not getting
been...
knocked down because the teams are better, right? They're getting knocked down because there was some significant injuries. That's all I'm saying. When I do think another team actually emerges that's just better, I will admit that. I will, but I haven't seen that. The only team in the West I think is really that good are the Clippers. Like I think the Clippers, once fully healthy, can challenge the Warriors.
I still give Milwaukee a chance. I still give Miami a chance because I feel like defensively they can handle you guys. And then they have enough on offense where they can keep up as long as they keep you down. Yeah, for sure. In this era and with the defensive rules now, they can definitely do that. Especially the Bucks. The Bucks they have defense.
I'm not talking about defense. I'm talking about keeping up with them offensively.
Yeah.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, they do. They got enough shooting and they got enough around them. They can keep up as long as they
heard the same thing about the Nets, and then look at what happened to them.
I didn't say that about the Nets, though. I didn't.
I said we heard the same thing about the Nets.
Well, I'm saying I'm responsible for what I say, okay? I'm saying the Bucks and Miami have the personnel to match up with you guys. I think the Suns are gonna surprise you on Tuesday because you're really talking a lot of shit right now. Suns are gonna surprise you.
I gave the Suns credit.
Nah, you're too relaxed.
And what did I say? I said
too relaxed and I don't like it. You're too relaxed about this Tuesday game. It's not going to be pretty. I'm
supposed to be real. What am I supposed to be? Uptight? Scared?
Man,
I'm supposed to fear the Suns? Like, I don't understand. This guy is a 3-time champion and 2-time MVP, and he's my guy.
You don't have to sell to me. You don't have to sell him to me.
Right, but I'm saying, like, y'all are telling me that I'm supposed to fear what? A team that made the finals? Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, it's wild disrespectful what y'all are saying.
Nah, Steph is just one man at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He's one man.
Yeah, Draymond is playing DPOY level defense, so that's why I don't know why you're telling me about Mikal Bridges.
Oh, because he's playing DPOY level defense, and everyone else is. We have a squad, is what I'm trying to say.
Who's the number one defense?
We don't have just one guy. We got a whole squad.
Who's the number one defense?
Okay, whatever. You know.
Okay then.
Whatever. It's all good. Listen. You're 1, we're 3. It's all good. It's like within like a couple points. Maybe I haven't checked, but all I know is that we have the guys, we have a squad, we have a bench, and I think we just match up really well. I actually like our chances on Tuesday. I think we're gonna win.
That's cute. Okay.
Yeah. You guys have Jordan. Can I say something about Jordan Poole, by the way? Because I want to talk about him because I don't like y'all starting. How do you feel about the starting lineup?
Hey, it really depends on the matchup because there's some days like I hate Looney in it, and then some days he's like good, and then Jordan is he's what you would expect from a young player, but ultimately I'm fine with Poole.
See, the thing is, Poole has been like killing you guys' defense. I don't think you guys realize that, and he's an okay shooter. He reminds me of like Jordan. No, who is it? The guy in Utah that comes off the bench, Clarkson. That kind of role, like Jamal Crawford type of role back in the day, like those dudes who come in, Lou Will type of role, where they come in regular season, they're killing it. They have these hot spurts, and they look amazing, super skilled. and then they get picked on in the playoffs because they go cold and they can't handle athleticism, right? And pressure on defense. So all of a sudden they just become a huge negative. That's how I see Poole right now.
But that's going to be his role. He's not going to remain a starter. Clay is going to be
No. I'm talking about
starting.
off the bench. Everyone I named is off the bench. I think he's going to come in. I think you guys still need him to get some offense. And I think he's going to be an issue for you. I think Looney is another weak point. I don't think Wiseman coming back is a good thing. So I see enough.
I do.
You like? Okay. Tell me.
Yeah. When I said off the bench, meaning that like he's going to come off the bench. So he is going to play that 6-man role like all those other guys do. He's just playing starter minutes now. So that's not going to be what his role is. And I think that's actually going to help him when he can be a starter because he's going to, a bench guy, because he's going to be playing against other benches, right? But yeah, we do need his shot creation and what he brings. I mean, he does bring certain things that Clay doesn't, and we can acknowledge that, but he's still going to be coming off. He's going to be coming off the bench. And I do think that, I don't know if Wiseman will earn the minutes from Looney. I don't know. But like Looney is not going to be our closing lineup. Our closing lineup is always going to be Trey at the 5, right? And so that's all I care about.
I'm telling you, I think we will destroy you guys inside. I just don't think you guys can match up with this. And I think that's where I see something is like your bigs versus our bigs is just a world of difference. But
the Lakers didn't even destroy us inside when we played them.
Yeah, the Lakers are a dumb team. Like I think Chris Paul and Booker will pick apart Poole. They'll pick on him all day. If he matches up on Bridges, he'll post them up because Bridges posts up now. So I don't think you guys have enough to keep up with us. I'm telling you, Tuesday, you guys are gonna see because Booker and Chris Paul are the master.
Remember how you had to admit that you were wrong about Andrew Wiggins and he looked a lot better than you thought he would?
Well, what did I say about him? I'm kidding. No.
Exactly. So I think you're wrong about this too, but we'll just let the game
You just
unfold.
named one random time that I was wrong. I can name a random time you're wrong too. So.
I'm just saying, no, you've been wrong about other things before too. Morris.
So what does that have to do with anything? We keep making predictions. It is what it is.
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I just think that you're a level. I don't know if you're like projecting right now or if this is real. Like, if you really
you think I am higher on your team than I am on mine. Is that what you're asking me?
No, I think you're higher on your team than you should be.
I'm
but
higher
you really
on them now than I am on the Warriors until Clay comes back, and then now.
Yeah, and I don't like that bullshit because I feel like everyone still does this thing. When you guys get Clay back, no, we're fucking dangerous right now.
I don't think you guys are as good as your record without Clay. I don't think that's real. I think that you guys are way over projections. Crazy.
Oh, our record isn't real, but you guys have actually had a
because we got a squad. We got a squad. That's the difference. We got a complete. We got dudes.
This is what disrespectful.
Come on, Jordan Poole at the 2, Looney at the 5. There's no way I can't take that seriously. That's you're 18-2. I got you, but I don't think this is. If you went to the playoffs,
if it's not real, why the fuck do we keep winning?
Hold on, because you're beating up. Hold on. Does it translate to the playoffs?
You guys have a softer strength of schedule than us.
I don't care about that. Listen, I'm talking about. Does it translate to the playoffs? I think Poole would get killed. I think Looney would get killed. I think you guys need to get better at those two positions. And I've
never seen a team start 18-2 and like not actually be a good team. Like this is
you're a great team. You're a great team. I think.
All right. So then, what are we talking about here?
I'm talking about. I think you guys can get picked apart in the playoffs. I think we would be a bad.
So how come no one is picking us apart now? If it's so possible.
Tuesday, tune in Tuesday. It's about to happen.
And when that does not happen, then what the fuck you gonna say to me? Oh, you're real now because the Suns couldn't pick us apart.
No, it's happening.
Out of here.
It's happening. I don't want to hear that. It's happening.
Oh,
There's no if it doesn't happen. It's gonna happen. I think. Like, I don't think you guys are unbeatable. This is what I'm trying to, like, explain. You're talking like you guys cannot be beat.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, they're
Do you not think we can beat you at all?
Jeremiah, what did I predict for the
You don't think you guys can be beat.
Hold on, Jeremiah. Let's be honest. What did I predict for the 2 games? What did I say would happen?
Split.
Right.
right?
So if I said that it's probably going to be a split, what does that mean?
That you guys are gonna get beat.
That you guys can win a game. So stop saying that I'm talking like we're unbeatable. What I'm saying is no one's picking anybody apart. That's bullshit.
I'm probably exaggerating a little bit, but I do think that
Curry will be on the court. He is the best player in the league. For most people, arguably a top 3 player. You guys don't even have a fucking top 10 player. And you're telling me.
What does that matter? But even does matter. Nat, that's irrational though. Come on, because we still have a squad. We have everything. What are we missing?
Yes, because we have a good squad too, and we have the best player on the
Warriors
court
for a second.
by a mile.
Forget the Warriors for a second. Just forget the Warriors. Tell me what basketball component are we missing? In the Suns, what are they missing? Tell me.
I'm not saying you're missing anything. What I'm saying is
nothing.
But they're both good squads, and one has the far superior best player. That's my point. You are disrespecting my squad and acting like we are not good when we keep beating teams and showing that we're good.
No, you guys are very good.
This team won a game without Steph. Last year's squad couldn't even fucking do that. And you're telling me that, it's not real? What that's
I don't think you guys are 18-2 good. I really don't. I don't think you're gonna run through the play. Like 18-2 to me is a team that runs through the play. Like 2017, you guys went 16.
You know what? I even
hold on 1 second. Let's say that you guys went 16-1 and just cleaned out everybody. That's what I would see. I don't think you guys are that. I think you guys are like favorites. Is
Records don't lie. And by the way, the 20
you're 1 game up on us, half a game.
But I'm not comparing it to the Suns. What I'm just saying is that records don't lie. I've never said the Suns aren't a good team. What I'm saying is we are also a good team.
Utah was the first seed last year. We knew there were frauds. So records do lie. It's about matchups. But I don't think, I'm not saying that the Warriors don't match up well. They match up well to everybody. I just think we can actually exploit some of your weak points. I think
Utah was actually a good team, though. Utah, again.
They lost to a Clipper team without Kawhi.
Which doesn't surprise me. But my point is that, none of us believed in the Utah Jazz. Why? Because of their past postseason play. And they don't have that guy. These are not two things with the Warriors. These are proven champions with Steph and Trey still there, and you're telling me shit about their record not being real. That's disrespectful.
It's not disrespectful.
It is disrespectful. And in 2016, the Warriors would have dominated too if Steph didn't get hurt. So we didn't get to see it. We can't. So I'm just saying, records don't fucking lie when you have a player like that and the team plays like that. It's not real.
Let me tell you why that's wrong. Because even in 2015, you guys were dominant. You might have not won 73, but I feel like the 2015 team was just as good. I just think the 2016 knew they were good. I think that was the difference. Is once you win the championship, you get over that hurdle. You know you're that good. But before we were figuring out, but they didn't.
And you also have a mad Stephen Curry.
They didn't dominate the 2015 playoffs. They went through a 6-game series, 5-game here and there, and then they went 6 with the Cavs who were injured. So that's what I'm saying.
But they still won.
It's not a guarantee you're going to just run through the whole league.
But I'm not guaranteeing that they're going to run through it. I'm just saying
what I'm trying to say is the record doesn't indicate that you guys are just because I don't feel like when I look at the talent on the Warriors, I'm just not that worried. I'm not that scared.
I know. And I love that people keep doubting us. That's why they keep fucking losing. I'm not saying... I am not saying that we're going to run through the playoffs. I'm simply saying that records don't lie. The team is legitimately good. And the 2015 record didn't lie.
How many times I got to say? You're the favorites.
The 2015 record didn't lie either. They won it all. They won.
No, but they didn't dominate the whole playoffs is what I'm saying. Because you said if Steph was healthy, they would have dominated the whole playoffs.
2016.
Well, he was healthy in 2015, and they didn't dominate.
2016. I didn't say that about 2015.
So you don't think the 2015 team should have dominated with that record?
I think the 2015 team was their first year learning how to win. So I think it's different. Now I'm talking about now teams that are proven, that have like.
I think KD would have taken y'all 6 either way, healthy or not. I think he would have gone 6 with the Thunder, and I think the Cavs. I think he would have dominated the Cavs. That bullshit suspension, I'll never forgive the NBA for that.
We would have certainly. I mean, we still dominated the Rockets without Steph. We certainly would have dominated the
Portland
Trailblazers. Would have beaten the Cavs. The only team that probably, yes, would have been our best competition would have been OKC, but it wouldn't have been like such a lopsided series. So like,
right, you probably 6 games, maybe.
So, right.
And then the Cavs have been. That's what I'm saying. Like, we're a pretty good team, and we're gonna do what we're gonna do. We're gonna push.
Nobody on that team is Kevin Durant.
Oh, stop. He was terrible in 2016. So whoever will be better than KD was in 2016.
He was terrible in 2016.
He was terrible in 2016.
In the Western Conference Finals, he was terrible.
He was.
Are you saying
terrible.
during the season? Okay,
Go check the stats. Check the stats. Check them right now. I think you can check it right now too. He was terrible. KD was bricking everything. He was terrible in that. He was good defensively. But he could not. Oh my God! He shot like 40%. He shot 29% from 3. Listen, KD was terrible.
I am not here to defend KD because I am not a KD defender. But
I'm here to defend. I'm just speaking facts. Why are you defending facts?
I'm not. I'm just saying. Like, I'm
terrible.
sorry. I'm just not a believer in Devin. The way that you were not a believer in my players, I am not a believer in Devin Booker and Chris Paul over Stephen Curry.
I'm not saying over Steph. I'm just saying my squad as a whole team has enough variations
to be a very good team.
To be able to counter what you guys have going on. But I'll give you like your defense is legit. Like that's the one. I've seen you guys turn it up after like a bad first half, though bad first quarter.
Are they going to even be able to handle our third quarter? Like, how are they going to handle a Curry flurry? Like, y'all don't even shoot threes.
Yeah, we don't, but we
blow fucking games open in the third quarter. You know how many games this season I've said, because you're like the way that you're saying, like, I don't think the record is what it is, because like, I mean, I just look at your guys. There have been multiple times. There have been multiple times this season I have said, I expect that the game is going to be close. I think it's going to be a good game. I said that about mad teams because I don't disrespect opponents.
We're not the rest of the league. We're not them. We're the Suns. We're different. We just won 16 in a row.
So all that means
happened. Look at what we did to the Nets.
And how do you think we haven't lost more than 2 games?
Okay, let me ask you something.
My only point. Go ahead.
Did you see how we defended KD?
I don't give a fuck about KD in the
Oh my God. Come on. KD's he's on an all-time shooting run this year. And we're one of the 2 teams who shut him down. Us and you guys. So then
why do you think you're gonna come shut us down though?
Why not?
Okay. Because who shuts down Steph? Who shuts down Steph?
You're telling me Steph has a great game every time?
No, I'm just saying who shuts him down?
Himself. He'll brick a bunch of shots. Like that's what happens. You get him off rhythm. He starts to break shots, and then
all the games that have mattered this year when he had to go in. You see how he went and focused against the Nets. You see how every time he plays Dame, he's like, all right.
Steph is not Jesus, man. He's not gonna.
No, he's not. But I mean,
he's not always gonna shoot 100%. He's not gonna do that.
But you know, he doesn't have to shoot like that to still be effective. You know,
I think Miles Bridges is a better defensive player than anybody he's seen so far.
I don't know. Bridges Thybulle is a pretty good defender.
You're who?
Matisse Thybulle on the Sixers. He's a pretty good defender. No, he's not. You're lying.
He's not better.
You're just lying.
No, he's not. Like you haven't.
You're a fucking liar.
No, you never watched Miles because that guy is crazy.
Like, what do you mean I've never watched him?
You don't watch him right now. You're not watching. This season, he got better defensively. He got better.
That's great, but like saying like if Drew Holiday could never do anything to Steph, I'm sorry that I'm not convinced that your guy is. Sorry.
Okay, then you're gonna see. You're about to see some things on Sunday.
He's gonna shut down Steph. He's gonna shut down Steph because he was able to do that to
all
KD.
that shit down. You know why? Because you guys turn.
He's gonna be chasing Steph around. You already know people can't even handle his off-ball movement. Get out of here.
Yeah, but he's gonna be able to handle it. Like you saw the game plan. We actually played you guys pretty well last year, and then you guys beat us at the end of the game, which really pissed me off that game. But the way we play Steph is we say anybody but Steph. So that's the thing. Hopefully we'll moderate that.
No, and we did that last year and who was the people playing in that game? Michael Mulder.
No, it was bad players.
Right.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And now the team is better now.
Listen to me. It pissed me off because we were definitely better, and we lost that game because we had a lead in the fourth quarter. Chris Paul and Booker just went cold, and that was it. Okay. But we did everybody but Steph, and then we just too many people got open shots. So hopefully we moderate that a little bit, where it's almost everybody but Steph.
Did you see what happened when Nurse tried everybody but Steph this year? Did you see what happened?
We're better than them. We're better offensively than any team.
That has failed anytime people do that. So go ahead, do it.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do it, and we're going to beat you because we're better than those teams. We're going to execute better. That's the difference.
Jeremiah, you're talking mad shit on here. Like,
hey, listen,
I'm a
I don't give a fuck about the fucking Warriors. We're going to beat them. I don't care about your team. I don't care. I don't care if you think Steph is this deity that can't be stopped. Yes, he can be stopped. I've seen it.
Yo, I'm not even the one saying that. I don't even know why you're arguing this stuff.
Mikal, I just said Miles. Mikal
yeah, you keep calling him Miles, and I'm like, when did Miles Bridges join your team?
I keep messing that up. I don't know why I do that. But he's different, man. He's long. He's gonna get those lazy passes Steph likes to throw. He's about to pick off 5 of them in the first quarter.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, this dude's crazy. You're about to see a different level of defense. And then inside,
a different level of defense from a team that's not even as good defensively as us? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you are. You're going to see it. I'm telling you, Mikal is different. Bridges is different. This year, there's something about him. He even said in the one post game, he's like, "Why isn't Booker giving me enough shots?" Do you
don't see what's different about Steph though? You're telling me about fucking Bridges like nothing is different about Steph.
Well, Steph got nothing for Booker. I'm sorry. He's gonna get. Oh my God, it's gonna get ugly.
He has nothing for Booker.
What do you think? He's gonna stop him?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about defense. I'm just saying, like, you keep talking about, like, listen, this is what I'll give the Suns. The continuity of you guys playing together, I do think is a benefit. Okay? What you are completely ignoring is that Steph, Draymond, and Steve Kerr, which is rare to even hear Steve Kerr say this, have all now, and Clay, who is not back yet, have all been on the record, right, for feeling disrespected. Like people were disrespecting them, okay? Literally, Steph just got mad in the fourth quarter and he decided, like, fuck this. I'm gonna go ham on the fucking Clippers. Okay. Like, you acting like he can't just do shit at will is what's comical to me.
He can't.
Okay. No, so then why did he do it?
Because
Paul George is not a good defender. Those guys can't defend on the Clippers.
They're not our guys.
Okay.
They're not our guys. Again, he doesn't do this every game.
That same team that took y'all to 6 games last year.
Yeah, that same team. They're not the same this year. Something's different. But
okay.
Listen, Steph is a great player. Like we don't have to kiss. I don't have to kiss his ass every time.
I'm not saying you have to, but you're fronting right now. You are fronting right now.
He's human.
Of course he is, but you're fronting.
We can stop him. He can be trapped. He can be pressured. He can be guarded. He can be turned over the ball. He can do all. He can miss 3.
Why do people say that like it happens? Like we can trap him. And what happens when he gets trapped?
And then you play 4-2, and then we give up a Wiggins 3.
He has the teammates to make people pay for that kind of offense.
So that's the thing. I'm betting that you don't. I'm betting that before Clay comes back, I'm okay.
We've already seen it this season.
No, listen. Against a better team, not against these riffraffs. Against a good team like us, we're gonna leave Wiggins. We're gonna let Wiggins beat us from the three. We're gonna let Poole beat us from the three. Because even Poole, his 3-point shooting is up and down. So, and Draymond. So I feel like if we get a good lead from that, I don't like your starting lineup. So if we get a good lead from there, I think we're gonna have enough cushion to keep it up. You're gonna have a little comeback.
Lineup.
You're gonna have a little comeback, and then we're gonna keep pushing because we have a good
Jeremiah,
team.
I plugged you to my listeners, and I said you were someone they should follow. I did not invite you on here to speak propaganda. Okay, like this is propaganda right now.
Hey, listen, the truth hurts. I'm telling you.
There is no truth that you're saying right now. Like you are acting like there's some answer to like Steph Curry, and that's ridiculous.
What?
You know?
So there's no answer. It's over. Like we should just pack it up, not even play on Tuesday. It's over. He's gonna score.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So I'm giving you a game plan, and you don't want the game plan.
What's the game plan? Mikal Bridges is gonna stop him?
Oh yeah, we put Mikal on them, and then we let Wiggins and Poole and these dudes shoot a bunch of threes, and that's it. We rebound, we kill you guys on the boards, we eat off the turnovers.
I got some new braids, y'all, for the people who can't see me on video, and I'm just playing with them while I listen to Jeremiah like spit propaganda right now on my show.
I'm only spitting facts. It's only facts. Facts only.
Oh my God, this is the most propaganda I think I've had on All Nat all season.
You know, after talking with you, I feel more confident in a win. So I think I'm gonna bet. I wish I could plug like one of those apps. Like I'm gonna bet on FanDuel.com. Like,
yeah, go ahead and fucking bet. I don't give a shit. You know,
bet on us because I feel pretty good. I kind of I talk myself into it. I think we're gonna win, double digits.
This is funny coming from the person who says Warriors fans talk themselves into anything. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to this latest episode of All Nat, where we take a look at the Suns, this big matchup coming up this week. And it's 2 games, so not just a single game, but 2 times we play. The Golden State Warriors play the Phoenix Suns, and it is the premier matchup of the week. We get 2 games this week. The 2 hottest teams in the league are going at it. So had to spend a little bit more time and in depth talking about this. So I hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. And Jeremiah and I get into a lot more. So this is part 1. Part 2 will drop Friday, the day of that game. And we take a little bit more closer look at Steph's current new rotation. If it's, you know, they're winning. So it's hard to like call into question anything when the team is winning, but is it really the best rotation pattern for him? Jeremiah gives his final prediction on what he thinks the outcome of these 2 games will be between the Warriors and the Suns. And we also take a look at like just the Warriors versus the rest of the league. And, you know, are they really the front runners? Should they be viewed as the title favorites? What is the likelihood of any of the other teams being able to match up against them? So we examine all that and more in the next episode. Make sure you are following All Nat, subscribing. You get that notification so you'll know when part 2 drops on Friday. But again, thanks for tuning in today, and stay tuned for part 2. Drops Friday. Thanks.